Main course 102. Let's do it.
Man, I used to play the trap spot, propped on the block like I was part of the backdrop. Now it's scale, props, effects, and backdrops. The right lighting, you never catch me biting. Say you make it look so real when you pose the figures fighting. I caught lightning, stuck it in the detour. Replicate epic scenes from the Kree War. Compose pieces with artists that span the globe. Fearsome foes, Spidey in the picture perfect pose. Insert the comic book cut out to shoot a show. Oh, you ain't know? Yo, everybody know me. I made nerds cool nerd like my man Zoe. Took the everyday display, gave it a spark. Welcome to articulated comic book art.
That's crispy.
Testing sound, testing color, testing focus, just seeing what's good. Getting back into the swing of things, ready to shoot main course. Trying to figure out this new camera, and everything's going on. Trying to kick my girl and my daughter out the house so I can have some alone time and play with my toys and shoot, and I can't wait for them to leave. Some months ago, a month and a half ago, maybe almost 2 months ago, I had hurt my back, so I had stopped sitting on the floor to do anything, and I started sitting at the dining room table. That's where I'm at right now. A little more comfortable. I'm sitting upright, and I'm not, slouching over. I'm just kind of head on with the display. So feels good to be back on the grind, and feels good to be back displaying. I got the all Marvel Legends here, Marvel Legends Venom, Pizza Spidey, and I finally opened the Walgreens exclusive Human Torch back there. Taking another quick look at the SH Figure Art Spider-Man here. I didn't have the lighting right at the very beginning there. Still figuring out all the settings here, but this might be showing up a little better. At least I know the pictures are showing up better for sure. So this is my first time actually shooting the unmasked Tom Holland head on the Mafex Spider-Man. It's actually pretty decent likeness, especially for Mafex. You know, they can be really hit or miss. It's a little soft, but it's okay. It's not the worst that Mafex has put out. It's not the best head sculpt I've seen this year, but it's actually pretty good. So just doing a little bit of layering here. I got the Target backdrop here, the Target City Skyline backdrop, and behind that there's some yellow goldish poster paper and just two bright lights shining on that. One light here in the front, a couple of layers, some depth. The pictures seem to be coming out pretty good, but I just want to record a quick little segment for main course. He's got the SH Figure Arts book bag there, and the SH Figure Arts phone from Spidey there, and little McDonald's Big Mac prop from my man Steve, and the Big Mac carton, and this little teacup or coffee cup came with that iZombie chick, I think it's Marvel Select figure, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't have the original audio here, but I was working with my man Al Figures' train station diorama here, working with Punisher, because I had been watching the Punisher on Netflix, and so you can see how long ago this is, and yeah, working with these cutouts. These were cutouts with our new process that we were launching at the top of 2018, and I was just going over how clean they looked and how great they looked and how excited I was to move forward with this new process, and that we would be giving a bunch of these away for free, which we ended up doing, and then we ended up doing like a $5 pack. I think some variant shots popped up there too, with different Punishers basically, and you can see the camera looks a little dull, but the pictures look really vibrant here. But again, I'm still working, figuring out the camera. And I made a little makeshift hoodie for Punisher by using one of the hoods from the Articulated Icons figure, and just sticking it on, or sticking the head through the loop in the bottom and putting attaching the head back. That worked out pretty well. I was pretty happy with this. But yeah, looking at some of the cutouts here and just cycling through them. Again, I'm really happy, and as I record this much later, we ended up dropping an official pack with the new process that came out. extraordinarily well. And we are about to drop a new Merc pack, actually, that should go with the Deadpool movie. And I'm excited about that. Alright, so I've been going kind of hard and just taking a bunch of pictures, but not really filming the setups because I've been back and forth between the two cameras, and I'm not really comfortable with the video portion of the camera yet as far as getting everything right. I'm pretty cool with the settings as far as taking pictures. Still learning, of course. I mean, to this day, this camera that I'm shooting on right now, again, I'm switching cameras, so this is the old camera that I'm shooting video on right now, but to this day, I still haven't even learned everything about this basic-ass camera, so, you know, it is what it is. But, yeah, so those was a bunch of different shots that I've been taking over the past week. I've just been trying to stay active and just having a good time, really. I'm feeling like I'm having fun, so, you know, while I'm in that mood and those good spirits, and I just, you know, keep displaying. But I've got the Revoltech Wolverine here. This is my second one. I had one, and I ended up giving that one to Ed, I think, so he could just have his, because I had it and I reviewed it, messed around with it, you know, figured that I liked it and everything. So so once I reviewed it, I just gave it to him basically, and I waited for the second one to come through from Big Bad Toy Store. So I just opened this and just started messing with the Wolverine and the old Hasbro Brood Builder figures here. Some of the Marvel Select ones down here in the front too. But I'll clean this up and hide the stands. You can see that one stand here. But yeah, I'll clean this up and hide the stands and get some final shots. This is Craig Warwick's repainted Human Torch. Well, he just repainted the head so it'll match the body. The original Walgreens exclusive torch, the head doesn't really match up with the body. I don't know why they had it a lighter shade, but Craig Warwick made everything match up here. Sent this my way, so big shout out to him. And just got him and Spidey just, I don't know, coming through an explosion. I think I'm going to put this in for the Go Figure Cats, their contest. Man's Not Hot contest. So I know this is probably showing up a little dark on camera right now, but the pictures are coming up pretty good. Testing. I've just been testing out this camera for the past week and a half as far as shooting and getting comfortable with shooting pictures. Now I'm trying to move into shooting videos. When I shoot reviews, everything is okay, but I'm just trying to really work with different settings as far as the light goes and darkness and zooming in and zooming out. I think I'm pretty much getting the hang of it. So, and just to be clear, a lot of these early sequences here are from months and months, maybe even a year ago. You can tell by what I'm talking about. But this particular scene here is just a plexiglass base, all black plexiglass base with a felt backdrop and just a couple of lights. You know, if you get a nice felt backdrop, you can get a cool infinite dark going, and that's what I have here. So I'll be voicing and punching in a few moments here. So I broke out the, well, I always have this Batmobile on display. This is the second release of the DC Collectibles Batman Animated Series Batmobile. This is the one where they gave you the chrome wheels and the chrome grille and all of that stuff. I made it look like chrome rather. But I wanted to break this out and just kind of work with the scale a little bit, because I'm going to be taking pictures of the RC Batmobile, which I got recently. I'll talk about that shortly. And I got the Mafex Batman coming shortly the Justice League, I'm sorry, not Mafex, Justice League SH Figure Arts Batman. So just working with this kind of scale and just seeing if I have the rooms to even shoot this. You know, this Batmobile is pretty large, as is the RC one, which is a little bulkier. It's got a little more girth to it, but this one is longer. And moving right along, set up a little Wolverine display here with the sculptor shelf Wolverine head. He's having a little contest on Instagram. Figured I'd enter, try to win something. Why not? I don't enter too many contests from other companies and stuff like that, but thought this would be pretty fun. Got Wolverine here thinking about his the woman that never was his, that he always chased, Phoenix Jean Grey. And I got the Toys R Us light up moon in the back. Just some layers here. A couple of different versions of Jean. Looks like he's sitting at the edge of a cliff, been drinking and thinking. I had to make a couple of adjustments and fix the light. When I was taking pictures, the light was not right. So hopefully this is a little better. Snap some more shots and wrap this up. Looks like I lost the video for this particular picture, but this is the, like I mentioned, it's the SH Figure Arts Batman, which looks a little stumpy here. I went over that in the reviews, and the Batmobile, and I got a couple of modular rock parts here in the front, black felt backdrop, just one white light, one blue light, and that's pretty much it. I like the way this came out. Yeah, I'm just messing around here with the Batmobile a bit more, getting some relaxed scenes. I've got the SH Figure Arts Justice League Batman here. I did a review on this figure and showed the Batmobile in a review. And now I've got this Batcave unmasked Bruce Wayne head on the body. It fits pretty well. Again, I talked about this in a review. And I just got him here kind of repairing the Batmobile. Figured this is a way to kind of get the bulk of the vehicle in a shot. And just taking some pictures. Alright, moving along. Alright, doing a little bit more here. Still working with the Batmobile. Just getting as much burn as I can out of this massive vehicle. I got the Joker trying to make a futile escape here. He's not doing anything to damage that vehicle. And I got the Batmobile kind of turning the corner. Harley trying to make a break for it. Joker doing what he can. I hope I'm getting this muzzle flare lit up good. Okay, I didn't actually shoot any video of that little Deadpool and Shimron shot, but that little Deadpool was from when the Deadpool movie premiered. My daughter's mom gave it to my daughter, I guess, and then my daughter gave it to me, and so that was a little thing that they were handing out. So it's a static little figure that doesn't move at all, and it's just kind of in that position from when he was sitting up on the highway or whatever. So I thought it'd be a little funny to mess with Shimron there. But to talk about Shimron real quick, it's a big figure, it's a heavy figure. It is not something that you would want to do a lot of A.C.B.A. with, honestly. It's probably something you would do like a collage style shot with, maybe, or a couple of shots here and there, and you'll probably just set that thing up and just leave it on display somewhere for good, or not. I don't know. But it's a very nice figure, but you know, I wish it kind of, at the portions where they interlock, I wish it was a little more stable, a little more sturdy. Like, it seems a little shaky. I didn't bother messing with the actual stands that comes with the figure. I just used the A.C.B.A, old A.C.B.A stand that had like a sort of like a hook on it. Actually, I have it right here. But like this, I don't know, it's so thin that you can't even see this right now. But anyway, yeah, I'm messing it up. But yeah, so it's got like a little hook, and I just kind of like sat it in there at some point and got it to balance, basically. But yeah, it's a very nice looking figure, and I could see it definitely showing up great in some pictures and stuff like that. But anyway, here I'm just messing with a little sort of alleyway shot, I guess. I was gonna take this makeshift Luke Cage outside and get a shot in the snow with the jacket and stuff like that. But I just did. I don't know. I didn't end up doing it, but yeah, I'm liking the way this is looking. Very New Yorkish here. A little fun fact, this head from the Hydra 2-pack will actually pop right onto the Mezco Punisher's body. It'll actually pop on like it fits, so this kind of made another little goon here. Got him hiding out from Deadpool. And got another setup here. This might be a little dark for video, but it's all good. Pictures seem to be coming out pretty good. SH Figure Arts Star-Lord once again and Rocket Raccoon, and I bought this little Star Wars Black Series monster. I think this is supposed to be the thing that was on the ship. What? Excuse me. Supposed to be the thing that was on the ship with Han Solo and Chewbacca, if I'm not mistaken. But it looks similar to the monster that they fought in Guardians of the Galaxy. Not that I really wanted to represent that, because that thing was huge. But I figured it could still be some type of alien thing and work well for Guardians of the Galaxy here. So, got a new diorama in from my man Kris Lyons. I had put up a video on my YouTube months and months back. Again, this is me just punching in the middle of this, of piecing this all together. But yeah, I got it a while back and did a little walkthrough of it. And this is just me shooting the Mezco Joker and Deathstroke on it real quick. Messing with my man Kris Lyons Dio again. I got something actually new coming from Kris. That's gonna expand on my street dios. I'm tired, man. What the hell am I talking about? But yeah, messing with the Figma Deadpool, Figma Gurlokovich soldiers with the AI plain black ninja heads on there, just so they could look like some regular mercenaries. What the hell? Long day at work. It's funny to go back and plug in audio and punch in audio for these little segments so I can piece everything together. Looking at the Figma Deadpool with this little Vespa here that I ordered from Miami. And now that we're about to get the Marvel Legends Deadpool with the Vespa, this was long before I knew that. This was recorded in December of 2017, believe it or not. So that's crazy. But yeah, I know for certain this was in March because this figure here, the Hot Toys homemade suit, Spider-Man Homecoming homemade suit Spider-Man was a gift from my man Ed. So shout out to you. I love you, man. Thank you. And this was only my second Hot Toys. The other one I have is Deadpool, but I do have 2 more on order as I record this, Black Panther and Killmonger. So that should be good. I definitely want to do some MSD stuff. Mess around here with the SH Figure Arts Civil War War Machine. Haven't taken this guy out in a moment. I should probably do more with him, being that I paid so much damn money for this figure. I think I mentioned that before in another episode of Main Course, but still working with my man Kris Lyons dial here. Just took off the back wall, made it look like War Machine's busting through here. I I took the Street Fighter 2 what's my man's name? Rashid head and the Han Solo upper body and the Tony Stark lower legs for this guy on the left, and kind of made my own kind of Arabic dude, I guess. I wanted to make it seem like War Machine was coming in on maybe some Arabic land, maybe Saudi Arabia or something, I don't know. And I just got one of the other Figma Gurlokovich soldiers here. Just kind of looked like he raided some building or something like that. Yeah, you know, equal opportunity. Not only white guys get to get defeated in my displays. You know, so it is what it is. Like I said, it's funny punching in the audio as I piece this whole thing together. You was just looking at the SHF War Machine, and today, as I'm plugging this little portion into the video, some images of the Avengers Infinity War Machine popped up. But I did a separate video on this diorama from my man Ron from Lola Studios, where I did like a time-lapse video a couple months back now, and it got a pretty good reception. I'm really in love with this diorama. I'll definitely be getting more work from Ron. But this is the Marvel Universe cable with the old Toy Biz Marvel Legends Sentinels. And yeah, I've been taking quite a few pictures and doing a lot of setups on this diorama. So I guess a few pictures will be popping up, and then I'll be getting into some more video. I picked up the Iron Man SH Figure Arts Iron Man Mark IV armor a couple weeks ago, a month or so back. I reviewed it, but he came with a couple of unmasked Tony Stark heads, one here with the shades, and to my delight you can actually pop this head onto the regular Tony Stark body, and you know, as well as obviously use it on the actual armor. I didn't try to swap it onto too many of the other armors. I do know that the peg is not exactly the same on, I think it was the Civil War armor, or yeah, I think it was the Civil War one. I don't know. I got to try it some more, but just something basic here. I just want to talk about props and accessories and stuff from other people. This little bench here was actually given to me by my man Al Figures, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot what he included this with, but you see me using it here on my outdoor diorama from Ron. And then that little bag, the In-N-Out burger bag, is from my man Punka Mike. He has sent me a bag full of different little props and accessories. So, you know, those things are cool for when you're trying to accent your displays and really add a little extra oomph to your displays. They bring things together nicely. You know, not everything has to be a fight scene or, you know, something crazy. You know, just practicing your staging with regular things can definitely up your skill set and help you to be a better display artist too. So, you know, just mixing and matching different items from different creative minds and different artists is always great to put together your own unique vision. This is how scenes begin. You know, I start with something pretty basic and just keep expanding outward. So I grabbed the newest SH Figure Arts Doctor Strange figure. This is from the Infinity War movie, and I put the portal back there, and then I got Deadpool coming through the portal. By the time this drops, everybody should have seen Deadpool too. So you saw at the end when he was like going through the time streams and messing with stuff. So that's what I was kind of working on here, and I think this looks pretty cool. I also finally opened TN, the SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball Z TN, which SHF is utilizing a new buck for here, at least as far as the articulation goes and the lower legs and stuff. I mean, the whole thing is new for this figure. This figure's really nice. He's actually pretty diesel too. I know a lot of people wanted one with the shirt, and I see people customizing this guy and putting the shirt on him. It's not, I guess that's pretty easy to do, but he's got 3 additional interchangeable heads aside from this one that's on him. He's got 3 complete sets of hands plus 1 additional hand that looks like a instant transmission hand or something like that. Plus he comes with Chiatsu, a static Chiatsu, which is pretty whack. I really wish the arms at least moved up and down. The head moves left to right, but that's pretty much it. I'm not even going to take him out right now, but this figure actually came out nice, and I'm hoping to see them continue with I guess the Z Fighters or some of the classic figures. Well, there's Mike's In-N-Out bag. Camera's about to die any second right now. Wrapping up this segment. Gonna step out and get some food, I guess. Or order some food or something. We have no dinner here. And I cleaned the kitchen. And I'm not trying to do it again. And there's Deadpool. A little cutout action. I think the light's looking good. I think everything's looking good. I'll rock out into the camera dies. So I was able to pick up the full Lizard Build-A-Figure wave from CMD store out in Canada. I did reviews on all of the figures. I haven't shot any footage for main course in quite a moment, but sitting here and I'm backtracking and now trying to shoot the thumbnails for all of the reviews so I could get some more views on the reviews, actually get some more views on the reviews. So yeah, I'm shooting thumbnails and shooting pictures for Instagram and just going through each figure and doing a couple of different photo sessions, I suppose. Got all my regular Hydra agents here. Alright, on to the next scene. I got Spider-Man Noir popping in on some guys here. I try to make it look 1930s-ish, but it looks like the pictures are coming out okay, and I'm okay with this. Yeah, this should be a good thumbnail. Moving right along.
No, this one just an eggshell. Oh, you.
Alright, got a little something for Mysterio here. I took some of the zombie heads that I used in my Elsa Bloodstone review. They came from my man S13. Put them on some of the extra Spider-Man I had, and then I used the McFarlane style SDCC RAF box set Spider-Man here in the front, and some polyester up there. I want to get more Mysterios because I want to use the little smoke piece that came with him at the base up there more. It's cool. I'm not really even utilizing its ability to pipe light for it to have light piping, but it's all good. I don't know if I even really got this light in absolutely correct, but I snapped a bunch of pictures and I'm ready to take this down, so it is what it is. Alright, so there's that other Star Wars figure I was waiting for. The Death Trooper Specialist here, right in the front left with the large gun and the extra gear. This is one that I was anticipating on getting from the very beginning, but I didn't realize it was like a Japan exclusive and it came with the Blu-ray DVD. This was pretty hard to get if you were in the States, and I was actually looking up information on the figure and I found the review of the figure from somebody on YouTube, and I just sent him a message and say, hey, listen, you trying to sell that figure or trade it? And he said, sure, man, I watch your videos. I was like, oh shit, so that was cool. You know, it's really cool when stuff like that in the community happens. So shout out to my man Fong Sum out in Japan. It took a little while for me to get this. There was like a mix-up with the post office and this and that, but he ended up coming through in the end, and I got this guy, and I got my 6-man squad here. This is the Black Series Krennic in the middle, though. Highly doubt we'll ever get a Figure Arts Krennic, but it looks good. I think they all look good together. Mess around with the Mafex Spider-Man here again with just kind of kit bash dial here. Bunch of different parts. The base is from my man Ogun Rio's dial, and then I got some walls, I think, from my man Paint Samurai, and that's the Percy Jackson figure, and I just had it like Spider-Man beat up a drug dealer or something. I did a little trick there with a piece of Scotch tape to make it look like the money's falling out of the bag there. Just used a piece of tape, and yeah. I try to always shoot a variant. I think I put up this as a picture in plastic and paint, and had like a funny caption, but Spider-Man just talking to the kid. Hooked up a little variant real quick. I gotta take this down, but I just wanted to get a shot in with Deadpool since it's the weekend of his movie or what have you, so thought I'd get him in here. I had said to myself that I was never gonna switch out these legs again because it was such a pain in the ass to do it, but I did it, and it wasn't that much of a pain in the ass this time. But yeah, I got Deadpool here with the Death Troopers. I don't know what happened to the video for this, but I had picked up the that zombie chick. I forget what she was from, but she was in Toys R Us for a minute, and she came with some coffee cups, and she went on clearance. So I bought 4 of her so I could get 4 cups and be able to put them in the cup holder, basically. So I was displaying just around that and put this scene together just based on that prop, basically. It's crazy how things come together, though, because this I was able to put together a little panels display based on one of the first shots that I took when I first got the new diorama from Kris Lyons, the little tenement building. So it looked like Cap and the crew was busting down the door, and they took out Nuke here and killed him. And just some random posing practice here. Broke out the other Revoltech figures, Revoltech Spider-Man and Wolverine and Deadpool, and just was playing around with some posing and some cutouts and some lighting. I thought this came out pretty cool.
Alright, Friday. My man Josh Cheney and Ed sitting here outside of the con across the street at the Hilton gas lamp, just having some drinks, having a good time. Actually just taking a break because we tired as fuck, but we trying to get tipsy. So met my man Josh Cheney in person for the first time, so that's good. That's always a great thing for Comic-Con. Ed is here, looking like a fucking bodyguard. He's out here working out and shit, living his best life.
Keeping us safe.
Right. It's all good. He's not drinking. He's watching his girly figure, so it's all good. Yeah, the water.
Man, I had a really good time at San Diego Comic-Con this year. A couple shots here, Artemis and Jay from Marvelous News. That's a picture that was actually featured by the Hasbro team for when they were doing the panel. One of my pictures got featured. I think I mentioned that in another video, but yeah. And then there's a picture of me and Johnny Woo, aka Sergeant Bananas. I got to meet him for the first time. I got to meet his lady, and that was a really cool experience. And then this is a shot with a bunch of the guys from the toy photography community. You got Black Series, Nose Rain, Plastic Action, Work More or Less, and Swit Pics in this picture. That was at the Hasbro breakfast, and it was cool meeting all of those guys and chopping it up with them. And yeah, man, I had to put this in main course real quick. All right, moving along. Yeah, my focus is all over the place. Looks like it's focusing on Taskmaster here, but yeah, I put together a little scene here with the Hydra soldiers from the 2-pack that was released a little bit back. I never used the Taskmaster like head, so I figured I'd put together a little squad, have them breaking out. Chameleon here, you can see Jigsaw all the way back there in the back, falling down. I guess whoever's coming after them got him. I don't know, but yeah, just a little alleyway. 1 poster paper, 3 lights, a couple of explosion effects, some props and stuff scattered here on the floor, and that's it. It's a pretty simple scene. It took me quite a while to put this together though, but it is fairly simple. I kind of like to do things in threes. On my Instagram, I had put up a photo of Deadpool and some sort of kit bash ladies from Figma, and then I put up the Legends one when I found the Sauron Build-A-Figure Wave version without the pants at Forbidden Planet. And now I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna just go ahead and put up one with the Revoltech version. So I've got Revoltech Wolverine and Deadpool here, just showcasing some posing, one little cutout, and got some of the old Toy Biz Sentinel parts here. O-Gun's diorama in the back. Just a bunch of debris here. Bunch of little things. You know, bunch of little details and what have you. But I was just shooting some pictures. Revoltech is about to drop a Deathstroke after they dropped the Batman, and then they showed pictures for Psylocke, which is pretty interesting. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of how the hair looks on that figure, but there is like a neutral sort of hair version as well. But Revoltech is doing some nice things, as is Mafex is going to be doing a lot of comic-based Marvel characters as well, and their stuff is looking very good too. So interested for 2018, 2019, and beyond. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going through. I guess I'm just practicing, just displaying here. But I got a little Figma thing going on. I actually just picked up the, shout out to my man Adam Smith. I picked up the, well, he picked up the Figma Void figure from Berserk. And this is the female god, Slan, I think that's her name, whatever here, that I kind of broke down and Swapped out her hair with the hair from the, oh man, I'm all over the place. I'm on another planet. But anyway, I was just messing around here with Deadpool, and I've got the Supersonico figure on the left, and swapped out her head with the Samus head, which I've done before. And just a little quick Deadpool scene. But yeah, now that I got Void, I'm gonna put the female god from the God Hand back together and get a picture with all of them. Now I'm so happy to have received that figure, man. Shout out to my man Adam, man. And I had screwed around and was like bullshit, and I was trying to get it from Big Bad Toy Store, and it ended up selling out before I could finesse my little situation with them. So yeah, what am I talking about? Who knows? Switch it up. You know, I like to do that. Switch up the day to night shots and cycle through some different characters. Got Bishop here. Shout out to Ed Noto, aka the Budget Jedi, who invited us to a food show this past summer. Took us around. We ate, we drank, we were merry. It was a wonderful experience. And at the end of the food show, we actually got to take a bunch of free shit. So you can see that's a massive haul right there. Shout out to you, Ed, man. Much love. All right, Friday night, I got a little bit of free time, and I wanted to get something with Jaina Solo in it, so I took my big TIE fighter that I've never been able to shoot, and took it partially apart, and I'm on the Ron's dial. There's some flames up on there, a little bit of lighting. I got quite a few lights in here right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 lights. And also never really photographed the biker scouts, so I got them up there. I figured that'd be nice for this sort of terrain. And I'm digging this. I think this looks pretty cool. Pull out a little bit so you can see the lights, whatnot. Tomorrow I'm supposed to be going to this little exhibit in Manhattan that it's like a miniature little street or city or whatever the case may be. I'm gonna try to take a Ant-Man or a Giant Man figure or something and try to photograph it, try to finesse it. We'll see what happens. Guess I'll take you on that little journey. All right, so I'm gonna head to this Gulliver's Gate place.
Hello.
Got my daughter with me. Leaving my job right now. I came here to mail a bunch of stuff from drawings that I did on my Instagram. And now I'm gonna head over to, actually I'm gonna check out this little store that my daughter's trying to make me go to. But yeah, so everybody who won something, you got it, it's on the way. And then I did 3 more spins last night, so those things will go out Monday after people give me their addresses and stuff. And that's what it is. I'll take you on a little journey. I bought one figure with me, so we'll see what happens here. So we at Gulliver's Gate. This is actually in the same place. If you guys remember, I did an episode of Main Course or MTIT some years back, and I went to a Lego exhibit in the same area. So now they have this little miniature world here, and I think my daughter was probably like 3 or 4 when we came here before. But it's basically just like major cities throughout the whole world, New York, Russia, all types of places. Pretty cool. I thought this would be cool to show in Main Course, considering what we do and why you guys are even here watching this video. It's all about toy photography and all that stuff, so really cool. Turn it. I think you might have it upside down. There you go. I don't know what it did. Did it do something?
I don't know. Maybe it moved this way. Maybe it didn't work. Oh, they even got the people.
This is all lower Manhattan right here. Staten Island Ferry right there. What?
There is a whole winter wonderland.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, go ahead. Put your key in there so we can see that, so I can get that on camera.
Okay. Get ready, camera people.
Boom. So there's different points throughout the display where you can insert these little keys that they gave us, and it'll do different things. There'll be lights and sounds and different things. So as you can see, the propeller on the helicopter started up there.
Oh, you didn't have to tell me this number.
Okay, this is the Brooklyn Bridge right here, if I'm not mistaken. Turn it to the right. That way. There you go. Boom. Now look at that. Keep your eye on that. That's okay. So early on in our tour, I was able to unbox my SH Figure Arts Ant-Man. This was the Civil War version, the first version we got from SHF, and stick them into the display and snap some pictures. Shout out to my daughter. She's the real MVP for holding me down and watching my back as I did something that we were not supposed to do. So I don't know if that's the most moral parenting, but it is what it is. It was a great bonding experience with us, and it was funny. We had a good time doing it. So I got one shot here. I think these all of the figures and everything in these displays are O scale, if I'm not mistaken, and I just learned that recently on the podcast. My man Pete was putting me onto the proper scale that I need to pair with the Sentinel Iron Giant, and that would be HO scale, which is a little smaller than what you see here, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm bringing that up because I just recently got the Sentinel Iron Giant, even though I'm recording this much later and talking about this much later, and just inserting this into this little segment here. And the entire display lights up and goes from day to night. You can see all the way down there. This thing is so cool. And I was able to sneak one more in here, which is probably my favorite of the few that I got. But yeah, as you can hear, there's a lot of kids there. It was really cool, man. I had a really good time. We both did. You know, I'm a big kid, but my daughter, who's the legit kid, had a really good time too. But yeah, obviously looking through all of these different displays and stuff, it was super inspiring to go back home and, you know, start working on stuff. And that's why I was really anticipating getting the Iron Giant, so I can do something perspective or something MSD sort of in this sort of scale. So. So many little Easter eggs throughout this entire display. This is St. Petersburg, Russia. Rostral columns. You can see his little camera lighting up there. That's cool.
Look, an egg. Like it's an Easter egg.
Agra, India. It's the Taj Mahal back there.
Oh, the train is coming.
You said the train is coming?
No, it's not.
Couple shots of the holy city of Mecca and Stonehenge. Oh, that's nice. Where are we? Oh, Brazil. Okay. Yeah, that's actually the slums of Brazil. It's the ghetto.
My phone just told me it's at 15%. Picture of the yacht. Picture of the yacht, please.
Hmm?
Need to say capital.
No.
What are the other dates? Is there something E? E30?
Capita is a word as well. I wanted to mess with the Star Wars Black Series figures. You know, I don't normally do too much with Star Wars Black Series, but I did get these two, I forget what you call these guys, these troopers in the front here with the half Vader helmets. And this old piece right here in the front was something that John Connor actually sent me like years back. I don't even remember what it goes to, but I figured I'd be able to get this little console in there and get Tarkin in there too, because I did a review on him, but I didn't shoot any video or any pictures with them. And then this is the 40th Anniversary Vader. And pretty much, you know, I've said this a million times, but I pretty much only hold on to mostly the villains from Star Wars Black Series. I've been trying to build my Stormtrooper army for quite some time to get them where I want to be for a permanent display for at some point when I put together my whole army here. So. But yeah, I think this looks pretty clean, framed up pretty nicely. So I've been messing with these GTP space walls for a long time, since I started recording main course this episode like a year ago, like trying to get the lighting right and this and that. I had a little segment with Vader that I scrapped from this episode. And now here I am again trying to work with these. It's great to get the light through the walls that I have on the left and the right, but trying to light from the top, you need a lot of lights to get this right. So I mean, you can go with something a little more brooding and dark, I guess that works a little better. But I do have a base and a ceiling here that my man Kris Lyons hooked me up with in addition to the GTP walls. But I've got Kylo here just kind of in his eternal struggle of the light and the dark side. That's why I've got the blue and the red light here, and he's thinking about Vader, and I've got Vader and the troopers in the back, and just sort of, it's supposed to be sort of like him just thinking or reminiscing or whatever the case may be. Not that he ever actually met Vader, but you get the picture. And I was just trying to get some good shots here. I think it's showing up okay on video, but I've literally had this particular setup up for over a week and been switching out figures and trying to figure out what I want to go with. And I had Kylo, and then I had Vader and Stormtrooper, more earlier Star Wars stuff. I didn't know if I wanted to go with something modern or not, and whatever. I really hated the new movies too, by the way, but yeah, I'm okay with this so far. I'll see how some of the pictures are coming out. Yeah, there it is with a bit more light. See if I could get focus on Vader. You can see everything's tangible, you know, front to back. It's a pretty big setup, I guess. Game day out in Jersey with my sister, her husband, and my nephew's pops and his godfather. Chilling, about to go to the game, homecoming today, Rutgers University. So it should be fun. Sober. that ain't fun, but it's all good. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that my nephew, my sister's son, plays for Rutgers University. He's there on a full scholarship, playing football. There's a picture of my mom and my nephew right there. But if you've been following main course, you know that I've been chronicling his football career since very young. I got the footage.
I was at my nephew football game today. They just crushed them. What you had? 29 zip?
Nah, it was like 42 zip.
42 zip. They won 7-0 on the season.
I just say, man, I love you, Eddie, man. Keep doing your thing. I know you watch these videos sometime. My mom watches them sometimes too. So love you, Mom. And you know, we supporting you, man. I know you living your best life, and you trying to get where you're going. And I know it's fuck the NFL and all of that, but you living your best life, and I know you're gonna get where you're going, man. I wish I would have stayed playing basketball and took my ass to college and played sports or whatever. But you know, I took a totally different route. I was out there active in those streets, and I didn't get myself together and figure out my path until my daughter was born, for the most part. But that's why we here, main course. You know, I'm completely submersed in my art now, and doing what I think I want to do, and doing what I love, you know. So yeah, man. All right, moving on. Picked up the SH Figure Arts Thor Ragnarok Gladiator Hulk, and I'm pretty happy with this figure. It's really nice. I just kind of wish we had more supporting characters or cast from that movie in figure arts form. We are going to get the Thor, which is out now. Some people already have it. Mine should be coming this month. But I mean, I wish we got Loki and Valkyrie. That would have been cool. At some point, I hope we get a powered down banner from SH Figure Arts, or at least a head sculpt that we could pop on a suited body. Maybe it would be nice if they included a banner head sculpt with the Hulkbuster, especially considering how much money that thing is going to be. $500, which is nuts. But this figure came out really, really nice. You get 3 sets of interchangeable hands, the 2 weapons, 1 interchangeable face. One of my only gripes is that you don't get an excuse me, an unmasked head. But yeah, I was just messing around here with him and Figma Deadpool with the Figma Leonidas parts here. Alright, it's been a long time since I've been on the floor. I'm back on the floor, but I'm building. You know, I like to push myself to the limits as far as what I can do with depth and really creating an entire environment, atmosphere. So I got a bit more than a city block here. It's a lot of space. I know it probably looks kind of confined on camera, but for scale, so you can see There's a Luke Cage in there. Here I am. So, a lot going on here. Got my man Kris Lyons' bodega diorama here. I got the mailbox from my man Steven Fernandez, the ice box from Steven Fernandez, some of the props strewn around there on the ground. Got a car down there from the company Gay Toys, which is no longer around, but that was painted by my man Adam Smith. And the building all the way down there in the back is Ogun Rio's building. Looks a little dilapidated. So I'm thinking Harlem in the 80s, early 90s here. Not too many buildings that look like this on Harlem streets anymore now that it's been gentrified. But, you know, that's the beauty of displaying and having a bunch of different figures from different eras. You could do whatever you want to do, whatever time period you want to do. So I'm building here. We'll see what I do as far as figures or an actual scene, but I think that the environment here looks good so far. You know, little details are great, man. I'm sitting here just messing with different scenarios and different setups and stuff. I'm glad my man Kris put an edge to the curb to make it look like the street a little bit, because that counts, you know, as I bring this in a little closer. The fact that you can still kind of make out the street a little bit is good. That gives a little added playability to this as well. So, you know, that's cool. Alright, so I don't know where my focus is, but I switched it up a little bit. I got a Kit Bash Bruce Wayne. This is the Bruce Wayne head from like an old playset that they had in like Walmart or Target. It really needs a little bit of paint detailing, but I popped that onto the Harvey Dent, the Mafex Harvey Dent body, and then I have the two SH Figure Arts dudes, the Downtown dudes here. And yeah, I'm making it look like they're meeting with Bruce Wayne on some ghetto street and maybe talking about doing some development there, some gentrification. You know, I realized I didn't have too many Latino or black characters to really kind of make up Harlem here, but this could still be old Gotham or some hood part of Gotham, even though like all of Gotham is the hood, really. But yeah, man, so I think this looks pretty good. It was just really all about the depth here and really building, and I'm really excited to maybe explore this more. I was thinking about maybe putting even tacking on my man Ron's outside dial and maybe putting a park next to the street here, and really going for something even larger scale. I don't know. We'll see. Just getting back into the swing of things while I wrap up main course for the most part. But yeah. Alright, so I'm moving up. Just keep expanding. I done went to sort of like a 1 block radius to maybe like a 2 block radius. This is all the way around. I got quite a few things set up here. I got all my, not all mine, but some goons. I'm thinking of the Kingpin's crew hanging outside of a bodega somewhere in Hell's Kitchen or something. I don't know. Who knows? And we got Punisher, Death around the corner, coming around the corner here. I've been messing with his pose for a little while. I'm shooting in a sort of daytime setting right now. You can see the skyline up above Punisher on the left there. Not sure. I kind of want to maybe take this to a nighttime setting, but I wanted to get all my guys right. I've had this set up for like 2 days, maybe 3 days, and yesterday's shots I weren't really happy with as far as the positioning of all the goons out in front of the store, but I think I'm okay with it now. Mostly Marvel Legends bodies here. The two larger bodies are WWE or WWF or whatever, and yeah, I got Hammerhead's head on one of the bodies. I've done that before, the one with the bow tie there. Then I got what looks sort of like just kind of a bodyguard guy, and I've got the extra head from the Hydra 2-pack, and I've done that before as well. And yeah, man, just anticipating that Kingpin figure. I guess Kingpin's inside the store somewhere. But yeah, I'm liking the way this is looking so far in the daytime, but we'll have to see. As you can see, quite a bit of space I'm on the floor. It's not all the way built up, but you know, it is quite a bit of space. You can see my clothes hanging up there. Switch it up. Nighttime setting. The shadow's not really showing up right on film. I mean on video, but I think the pictures are showing up okay. All right, I think this is the final iteration of this one. I had posted a picture of the last grouping on in the Facebook group. Got a little bit of feedback. Chameleon's head was kind of blended in with the icebox, so I moved him over to the right, and I switched Tombstone's position because he was kind of blending in, and I added Shaka here on the icebox just to give a little bit of contrast. That was something that Todd had mentioned, and somebody had commented on Punisher's foot, so I straightened that out a bit. And I also gave it more of a kind of bluish, cooler hue. I don't know how well that's showing up right now, but I'm pretty happy with this. I think this looks pretty good. Nice showcase of Kris's diorama. And in the far on the right in the back, that's some rooftops from my man Flash. And on the right, that's kind of out of view right now. That was a little brick wall from JD from Paint Samurai. Back there on the left, that's Ogun's diorama. And put it all together with some different parts and stuff, and that's what you got. A bunch of little props strewn around here from my man Steven Fernandez. And yeah, man, I wasn't too happy with the nighttime shots. I like the day shot. I might keep this going and maybe switch out Punisher with the Mezco Punisher and do some Mezco goons in the front here. I'm not 100% sure, but again, I'm pretty happy with this. Just a lot of vanilla poses, pretty relaxed. Everybody looks relaxed. Homeboy on the crate here on the box there's got a cigarette in his hand. That's a cigarette from the Figma Solid Snake. And yeah, you know, I think this is a pretty cool scene. All right, working on this for quite some time. I set it up last night and went back and forth a few times. I stayed up pretty late because I stayed in and my girl went out partying. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I've got the SH Figure Arts Downtown dudes again. Those are the closest dudes to Spider-Man, and I gave them some of the articulated icon masks. Look like they're bank robbers. Gave them a couple of the bags from the Mezco Punisher figure, and it's a lot of depth here. I've got my man Ron's diorama all the way in the back to look like there's a park on the side of the store here, and my man Kris's storefront. Bunch of little props and stuff strewn around here. I've been working on this for a while, and everything is what you see, man. These guys are balancing on one foot. Took me a while to do all of that. I've got Spidey on a stand. A portion of his right leg is covering the stand, and then the goon that fell, his arm is covering the bottom. It took me a while to get that right too. I had to keep going back and forth, looking at the pictures on the laptop and making sure that was fully covered. At first, I was hiding the stand in plain sight as part of the gate back there, but as I worked with the exposure and whatnot, it just wasn't working out right. So I had to use the full length of his arm and Spidey's leg to get it done. And yeah, totally tangible. All right, I'm still working with my my corner here. I had posted a picture of Spider-Man swinging up on the goons there, and I had one comment on there about the park looking a little off. So I decided to explore this a bit more. I went and got the Target City Skyline. I believe this is for like some decoration for a party or something like that, but a lot of people have been using this in A.C.B.A. for close to a year now maybe, and it only costs about $2 or $3 basically. It might cost you about $7 if you order it from Target. But yeah, so I got a little space in between the city skyline and my poster paper, and then I picked the gradient poster paper to make it look like it's sort of like a sunset, sort of like a nighttime setting here. And I got Claire and Luke Cage, and I put some light inside the bodega here. I'm liking the way this is looking. I think it's a nice little vanilla setup here. I didn't start with it at this particular angle, but I wanted to get more of the skyline, and I'm digging this. I think it's quite a bit of depth there, and yeah, I like the way this is looking. Playing with some posing. I think this looks pretty good. It's a good shot of the skyline too. Get that glare off. That one building on the left. Yeah, this looks good, man. Snap some shots. Keep it moving. Alright, it's been real. I'm getting out of here. Still playing with this corner a little bit. Broke up the Batmobile again. Joker and Harley, they've made quite a few appearances in this episode. I think I'm well over an hour. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being patient, for waiting for this episode. I promise I won't let so much time lapse between another main course. I'll be on it in 2019. And just to be clear about the space between the city skyline and the backdrop, I have a little space in between, and I found that putting a light above, right in between that space, gives you the best lighting. I've seen a lot of people try to light it from the front, and it could make the front of the cutout look a little have a little too much glare on it, and it seems like this is working out the best. I really like the way some of those pictures came out, and from what I could see right now, this is looking good. I'll see how the pictures look. I'm not going to even go back and try to reshoot this or anything. However this comes out right now, that's going to be the end. That's going to be the cap for main course right here. So as always, rate, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.
That's crispy.